podcast over there. Rozi playing and the guys. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so Rozi, the album Prize, when is it out?
What's the time? 1947. So it's out in 4 hours and 13 minutes.
Worked out.
23 minutes.
You
no,
didn't-
13. I take it back.
Not quite.
It's out
so
tomorrow.
Right. Right, it's out tomorrow. Right, okay. On Memphis Industries, which is a wonderful record label, is it not? So, prize. What prize would that be?
Oh, prize for everyone. Everyone's a winner. I guess I think probably there's a lot where I'm sort of thinking about people not wanting to be misunderstood, not wanting to be misrepresented, wanting to be understood, and wanting. I feel like I was saying this yesterday in a much clearer way, but I think I guess it's maybe sort of about trying to be clear with what you're doing. That's what I'm saying today, anyway.
We got there in the end, Rozi. That's good. That's good. Okay, then. So the cast list on the album, pretty remarkable. So you made. Predictably, probably, but only in the best possible way. Katie Stables from your bandmate This Is the Kit.
Yes.
And Seraphina Steer, who we know well, Emma Smith, many more. And previously you've worked with the likes of Alexis Taylor and Darren Hayman, and again, many more. You're a collaborative soul, aren't you?
Yes, I am. It's like, I feel like we're touring musicians, so we're like, moving around a lot, meeting lots of people, so it feels natural that to work with different people because eras and epochs change, and you meet different people along the way, and it's just always such a privilege to sort of experience what new people can sort of bring out in the songs, things that I could have never possibly imagined.
Right, I'm sure you probably could, but having said that, is there anybody who you would like, I mean, you've got the platform to do it now, is there anybody who you would like to just throw out the olive branch there, somebody you would like to come and collaborate with you on your next record?
Look, who should we get, everyone? Let's get...
I'm not available, by the way.
Oh shit! That is who I was going to say. I was going to ask you.
No, sorry, fell at the first hurdle.
Oh,
then.
okay.
So, Agreeing for Two, you played it already, and you went off and wrote that on the remote Scottish island of Eigg. What brought that on?
Well, that's where the song started. But me and Gerard and Jamie went and spent a week there a couple of years ago, possibly exactly 3 years ago, actually now. But we went there to do a EP for Lost Map because they were doing a sort of residency series where you go and stay in a bothy on Eigg and make new stuff, that came there. We borrowed Leon's van and it came back with a mysterious wound in the bonnet that nobody knows how it happened.
Well, you are on the Isle of Eigg. I mean, it could have been possibly an eagle dropping a sheep.
It could have been a golden eagle dropping a sheep. I think that's what
Could
it
have been
was,
something like that up there. I know that neck of the woods well. So that was just at the beginning of COVID, wasn't it then?
Yeah, it was in the January just before it. Because we actually sort of had it. January and February we did a lot of shows, and then I think the beginning of March we also, me and Jamie were in, because we're in This Is the Kit, recorded a This Is the Kit album, and then sort of 2 days later the world was in lockdown. But but that was just before then, and then we've managed to make the rest of it over the pandemic.
Right, okay. It must have been tempting. If you knew what was coming, it must have been tempting to stay up there and keep out of the way for a while.
If only we knew.
Maybe not. Okay, so, I mean, you continued writing on the ferry trip across the Bay of Biscay. Did you see any... I've done that trip 2 occasions, and I've generally found that it was the Pride of Bilbao that I went on, and I've generally found that the passengers were split between 2 clubs. One was booze cruisers, and the others were whale watchers. Now, you can probably guess, I probably straddled both beasts there, but did you see any great wildlife going over the Bay of Biscay?
I didn't, but because actually on the way there it was just Gerald and Jamie on it, and they had it was really rough, and they both had the spins for sort of 3 days.
Right.
Once we got there, and then me and Jamie got it back again. And it was like an absolutely flat, calm cruise. It was amazing. It was my birthday. Oh my God, what a life. But the pool was closed, unfortunately. They'd emptied it out because it was off-season.
Right.
But there was some really great onboard entertainment.
Well,
These
I've
two
just
lovely
asked you
ladies.
I've asked you about the entertainment in the sea. Like I say, it was a whale watching kind of thing that I was involved in. There's whales everywhere around there. You need to keep your eye out next time you do it.
We did spend quite a lot of time out on deck.
Right. Okay.
But didn't see any whales. But I'm not saying they weren't there. All I'm saying was I didn't see any.
You didn't see any.
I wish I had done.
Okay, just one last thing before I get to your tour date. So, your real name is Rozi Leyden, is that right?
It's actually Rosalind Leyden.
Right. Okay. So, where did the surname Plain come from? Because I mean, you look at Davy Bowie, Johnny Rotten, Sid Vicious. They've all gone for something kind of quite out there.
Yeah, I was turning that whole idea on its head, subverting the very. Well. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's not sort of an amazingly thrilling story. Just like a long time ago, my brother made a tape for what was Fence Records. Then they put a shout out saying, please make us a tape to listen to on tour. And he made a tape and he put a song. We each put a song. Me, Sam, my brother, and Rachel, Dad, all put a song by ourselves, written by us on it. And that was before I had the name Rozi Plain. I just felt like not writing Leyden, and it just sort of, I think I like 5-letter words. It felt like a sort of satisfying word, and I just did it, and now it's that. And I next time you ask me, I'll have invented a more thrilling story.
The thing is that you can still, I mean, with it being a pseudonym, you can still change it to Rozi Rotten if you want.
Okay. That's it. Okay, recall all the albums. It's changed.
All sorted. Right, so the next dates that you've got lined up actually start tomorrow by the look of it. Is that right? Brighton resident?
Yeah, we're doing like a run of in-stores for the next few days. That is sort of going to be me and my friend Rachel, who, me and Rachel doing duo shows, and then but finishing in London, we're doing one at Rough Trade East that's going to be the whole band, and then we're doing a run of shows for independent venue week, the end of January, beginning of February. Then we go to France, then we come back and do another 2 weeks round Ireland and the UK, finishing in London at Studio 9294 on the 14th of March.
Okay.
You simply must come.
Well, the imminent ones are Brighton. These are in-stores. Brighton, Letchworth, Cambridge, Oxford, Bristol, Marlborough, Kingston-upon-Thames, London, then you say Paris. And then on the 28th of January, you start off in Chester at St Mary's. You go through Glasgow, York, Hull, Cardiff, Falmouth, Totnes, Manchester, Dublin, Bangor, Waterford, Leeds, Newcastle, Cambridge, Margate, Brighton, London, and then you're going off over to Europe again. All right, then.
Yeah.
Got
guess what, actually? I'm excited to go back to Chester. You'll like this, because last time I was there, I went to the swimming pool, and it was one of the most incredible pools I've ever been to. It was in the shape of a whale.
Oh, man.
And
right.
it's just like the normal Chester pool, but it's outstanding.
Right, well, producing tonight, Marc, he's from Chester, and he's nodding furiously, so there you go. And I don't think he's falling asleep. I think he's actually interested. So excellent. All right, then. So you're going to do 2 tunes for us back to back now, then, with a little bit of kind of tweaking in the middle. So what are you going to do for us, and in what order?
First, we're going to do a song called Complicated, then we're going to do a song called Help.
Brilliant. Okay, get to it. Thank you. Rozi playing.